Yo, 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 yo. Let's go. It's the Great Debate Show with your host, Jarvis Jeffries, Terrence Smith.
What's up, man?
Man, nothing much, man. We don't have Nick Ely here with us today, but it's all fine and dandy. We're not going to talk about the NFL, free agency, and all of that. We're saving that episode for tomorrow when we get Nick Ely back in the building with us. So right now we're going to hit you. This is for the wrestling fans. We're hitting you with a special wrestling episode. Me and Terrence, we're here to talk about Wrestlemania 39, give you a preview of that, and also some AEW news, updates on what's going on with them, the rumors and everything, and AEW and all the drama, their lack of ratings and everything that's going on in All Elite Wrestling, and a list that Terrence is going to share with us right now. Terrence, could you let us know about this list right now that we're going to do?
Well, so I was sitting around thinking the other day, people always talk about, the 5 best wrestlers of all time. I saw a post the other day where Undertaker gave his Mount Rushmore, but I was like, who are your most hated wrestlers of all time? And not just like hating someone's character, but like, the curtain's been pulled back on pro wrestling for so long now. We've all kind of gotten some behind the scenes glimpses at people. And I just want to know who do you hate or dislike the most from what you've learned about people. So we'll share our actual people on that list a little later on. But just want to give you guys a little glimpse of what's to come or what our list on this episode.
All right, that's good, man. That's a good list right there. Your top 5 most hated wrestlers of all time. I can think of a few right now. So yeah, we'll come back to that. Yeah, we'll come back to that, and we're gonna share that on our Twitter page, the Great Debate Show /King Sip Productions. Or did I say it wrong? Is it King Sip Productions / The Great Debate Show? That's on Twitter. The Great Debate Show. You can just type it in. Also on Facebook in the search bar. And, you can get live with us when we go live, mostly on Monday nights, 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Central, somewhere around there. You can check us out when we're live on YouTube and Facebook. Just type in the Great Debate Show. And we are available wherever you get your podcast. So first, let's talk about what do you want to start, T? I mean, we're going to save the list for a little bit later, right at the end. But how do you want to start off? You want to lead into what's going on in Wrestlemania, Wrestlemania 39, WWE?
I would love to give just a quick synopsis of how we feel about the Wrestlemania deal so far. This is it'll be a very unique year for Wrestlemania. I know we all thought coming into the Wrestlemania season that we were going to get The Rock versus Roman Reigns. The Rock quickly pulled out of there, and they had to kind of shift, and now we have Cody versus Roman, which there's a lot of rumors and stuff swirling about that, and of course we'll have the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and we've got Bianca Belair versus Asuka, and Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, and I'm hearing that Charlotte and Rhea Ripley is going to be the main event. The rumors are that's going to be the main event for night 1.
Night 1, they're going to be the main event.
Yeah.
And night 2, more than likely to be Cody and Roman, which
I don't agree with that.
That's a 2.5, almost 3-year title reign. So I understand that Roman's going to be the main event of the very last match of a 2-night spectacle, which is hard to believe. We have to remember it's 2 nights now. It's a crazy event.
Yeah. I don't agree with the Rhea Ripley versus Flair for the main event, though. I don't think the build has really been that good as far as that. They've done a great job, but as far as those two, I think they'll put on a good match. But they haven't built that story enough for me to believe it's the main event.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I know this is a very unpopular opinion. This is not me. This is not either one of us. I think I can speak for both of us on this.
Right.
This is not either one of us bashing women's wrestling.
No.
For sure, we're both very big fans of women's wrestling. But see, and I feel the same way about Bianca and Asuka. There's no build to it. I get it that, Asuka's a number 1 contender and Bianca's a champion, but like there's nothing there for me to get really invested in the story.
Yeah.
Same with Charlotte and Rhea Ripley. And I understand that. I'll say this. Had it been Rhea Ripley and Bianca, I would be very invested.
Right.
Because Bianca's been dominating Raw. We can see Rhea coming up through the Judgment Day and just kind of getting to another level.
Yeah.
those both of those stars are very similar in size and strength, and there's really in WWE they're only we got young Rodriguez coming up, but on that level, those two they're the only two that's like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that alone is to be like we've been waiting a year to see Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair.
Right.
I just think that this is a time where they are, and this is probably the only thing I hate about WWE booking. They protect stars so much. They don't want stars taking pinfalls or submissions or nah, man. Somebody's got to lose. It's gonna be winners and losers. Somebody's got to lose. If you have taken your time to build a star,
mm-hmm.
and they can't take a pinfall on a big stage and come back from it, did you really build this star?
Right. Yeah, you got a point there, too.
Because I would have been okay with Rhea Ripley beating Bianca Belair clean.
Yeah.
There's no shame in losing to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. And you and I both know that's why they didn't. That's why they booked Rhea with Charlotte, because they don't let Charlotte take the pinfall, and which Charlotte hasn't taken many pinfall. Charlotte hasn't taken many pinfall.
No.
On pay-per-view, so this is going to be something interesting.
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe not.
If Rhea wins, I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte kept that.
I was just about to say that's if there's anything to be surprised about. This Charlotte Flair we're talking about. No guarantee she's losing. But I want to say this, as you were alluding to earlier, Terrence, when you mentioned that we're not bashing women's wrestling. We're not. What we're saying is some of the rumors or some of the critics are true when it comes to WWE. AEW at one point were, but they're trying a little too hard now in the women's division. They just got to get it right, but they are putting more effort. I think that it's not us bashing women's wrestling. It's the WWE not putting enough attention to it. They're not putting enough effort in it as they should, in my opinion. It's good storytelling. They're doing very good with the writing, very good with everything with the bloodline, a few other things as well with Kevin Owens and, just Cody and Paul, how they're just kind of just connecting all the dots. That's been great. However, yeah, I would love to see Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. It's just that I don't think it's been quite enough build for that to be the main event. That's all I'm saying. That's not on us bashing them. That's them not giving us enough to want that, to see like, okay, I see why this. And if they just do right by that, they can definitely build to that. To we were like, okay, hell yes, this is the main event. We don't think that they wouldn't shut it down. We're not saying that at all. I think they definitely can. But before they ring the bell, we will kind of be wondering, well, they didn't build to this enough. This is the main event. This is the end of it.
Right.
But anyway, I digress. First, before we get into what Terrence is going to tell us about the bloodline and this whole story that's been going on for quite some time now, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, the main event of WrestleMania Night 2. First, I want to just say that the WWE, for ever since July of 2022, it's been taken over by Triple H. He's been head of creative, and he's pretty much been running things. There are some people out there that believe that Vince McMahon is back. There's rumors he's been backstage. I'm told it was just one night when John Cena was in the building and he was on there. But a lot of people don't buy it, Terrence. They think that Vince McMahon is back. They think that SmackDown is being booked by Triple H and Raw is now being booked again by Vince McMahon. And there's some matches like Brock Lesnar versus Umos that leads to why people are saying it's Vince McMahon. This is nothing that Triple H would have done. Now, Terrence, before we get into the bloodline, am I wrong about this? Or, is this Triple H just, and he's came out and said too, he's still in charge of creative. There's some things he may, give his insight on. And, he's been doing this for a long time. They will listen to some of the things, but he still makes the final call. Well, I don't know. All I know is when it's been good, it looks like that's been Triple H. When there's some things that make me scratch my head about, I'm like, was that really you, Hunter? So what's your take on that, T?
I definitely think that Vince is involved in certain parts of creative, even if it's just for the sake of the build to WrestleMania. And listen, this is a situation where Triple H has never done. This is deep water to a sense.
Right.
Because you also got to keep in mind that some of these some of these storylines started when Vince was still around. So I think it's a situation where maybe Vince is just a consultant, even. So I believe he's got his hands totally clean from creative? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Even the whole Bray Wyatt and Bobby Lashley, which that has since been nixed because apparently Bray has some kind of an illness. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah.
That's what they're saying. He has an illness. So the Bobby Lashley and Bray Wyatt match probably won't happen at Mania, but that just seemed like a Vince McMahon thing. And I think some of those guys are probably so used to Vince's book. And I know Brock Lesnar he's very open about he wants Vince to book for him. If you remember the day Vince retired, putting it in quotation, Brock walked out.
Yeah.
SmackDown. I think he came back that same day, but he did leave immediately.
Mm-hmm.
He was gone.
Yep.
Because that was right before SummerSlam, where him and Roman was supposed to have a match, and during that day, people were in doubt if that match was going to happen, which it did happen. It was amazing. I know it was very gimmicky, the last man standing match with the Tractor and the Usos being out there, but
yeah,
probably the most exciting match in their series of matches. They've had too many of them by now.
The Usos.
I do believe that Vince has his hand in creative some kind of a way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So T, good stuff there, man. It looks like Vince may be having a little something to do with some of the things that you see on Raw leading up to WrestleMania. It's just the biggest show that he created. And damn it, if you know Vince, he just says, screw you, I'm the boss. I'll do what the hell I want. And there's going to be some times when he'll walk in the room and just let it be known, hey, man, I'm still Vince McMahon, damn it. And this is what it's going to be. Yeah. And Omos versus Brock Lesnar, that's it. But they said Brock would rather work with Omos. He didn't want to work with Bray Wyatt for whatever reason. That's the stories that I'm hearing also. It's supposed to have been Bray and Brock or whatever. I don't know. But the only issue I have with it is they left Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar just, what the hell? That was just, they left us clueless on that. You're going to just end it like that? Death told me that Bobby Lashley is the better man. Brock couldn't beat him, so he hit him with a low blow and got disqualified. We're not going to finish it, though. That's it. At least somebody should say, hey, Lesnar.
They're going again protecting somebody. Somebody's got to take the pinfall.
Protecting him. Yeah, like nobody's going to come out and say Bobby Lashley was the better man. He made Brock quit. He made him get himself disqualified. Nobody's even mentioned it. I don't think I've even heard them mention it. They just went right. They just went right. Yeah.
They were always planning on running it back out of Mania, which I don't understand.
You do it at Mania, right?
Let somebody take the pinfall. They shouldn't even have a match at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're going to run it back, you finish it at WrestleMania, right? Why do you skip WrestleMania?
See, they don't want Brock to take the pinfall.
I know. My point exactly, man. Look, that's what I have an issue with. AEW, they do that a lot too now these days. So I'm not just pointing at one. But look, I want you to go ahead and explain to us before we get into anything else, the bloodline. What's your take on Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes? Because right now it looks like the Usos are going to drop the tag team titles probably to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Cody's going to beat Roman Reigns. The bloodline, not that it's over, but their reign, their championship reign, their dominance in the WWE for the past 3 years and so, it's about to come to an end. But you seem to think a little bit differently.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of talk that Cody might actually lose.
Wow.
Roman is very close to having a 1,000-day championship run. And look, I look at it this way. When is the next time? Because I'm before. So the last reign that lasted this long would have been like, I think probably like Bob Backlund in like the mid-80s, which I wasn't even born for. Right? Like I think the longest run I saw that I actually saw was like CM Punk's, and that he's got 3 times what CM Punk had already.
Yeah, that was only like 400 something days, right?
Yeah, it was like a little over a year, I think, or right at a year. So he's already he's doubled that for sure at least. Yeah. So like you have to ask yourself, well, when are you gonna see a reign this long? Maybe they just mistimed it, but when are you gonna see a reign this long again? Like what, another 30 years maybe?
Probably ever.
No.
Or maybe ever.
This might be the last long reign in pro wrestling history, because with the sale of WWE on the horizon, we don't even know how long this might be around. Like, you don't look at it that way, but I try to always see what's the worst that could possibly happen. And we don't know if this is going to be around in 10, 15 years. Right? So, like, this might be the last chance you get of somebody having a 1,000-day title run, world title run in our lifetime. So, I can understand them looking at this and saying, hey, maybe Cody shouldn't win, and maybe Roman should hold on to it until, I think he's got
Backlash,
60 more days maybe Backlash. And I think Backlash is in Puerto Rico, which could be a major thing if somebody won a title in Puerto Rico.
But that wouldn't give Cody his WrestleMania moment. Why would they not give him that WrestleMania moment?
Cody his WrestleMania moment. The fact that Cody, now here's what I truly think, Jarvis.
Okay.
I believe Cody came out and wrestled that match with a torn pectoral muscle.
Yeah.
And it was gruesome, and we know that he put himself through a tremendous amount of pain. Personally believe Cody likes pain. I'll talk about that off here.
Okay.
But he's got to for the pain he puts himself through.
Right.
But yeah, he gave them. He didn't have to wrestle that match. He could have very easily said, "Hey, my pec is torn. I don't want to risk, injuring myself permanently. Let's not do this match." Or he could have came out and said, "Hey, let me just come out and have a squash match." Or, there was a million things they could have done, but he came out in front of all-time classic with legitimately one side of his body, his upper body working. Yep. I think you have to reward that man for that.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I think he should win, and he should win clean.
Yeah.
He should win clean.
Well, Terrence, I thought that's what he was going to do.
On an all-time classic. And I think Cody should win it clean. And I know that they kind of negates what Roman has done for the past, 2.5, almost 3 years. But you know what? That's the whole point of having a build. Now you can have this guy come in and, he can start his own kind of triumphant run.
Right.
But I just think that this is a golden opportunity to transfer the title. You can still keep this storyline going with the bloodline. They don't need the titles anymore, really.
Right.
Because they're going to have their own internal problems. And everybody's going to want to see what happens after Roman loses the title. What happens after the Usos lose the title.
Yeah.
Who's Roman going to blame for it? And then there's this wild card over there in Solo, who he's their brother, but he's hanging with Roman all the time. And there's just so many different ways this can go. They could even bring in Rikishi to talk to his boys if they end up in a rift somewhere. Like, there's so much they can do. They don't need the titles anymore.
They don't need the titles anymore, but they can keep that bloodline stuff going. They really can. I think somebody needs to be the scapegoat. I don't know who. And again, I do think Cody should win clean, but I think there should be somebody that kind of interfered or got in the way, even though Cody will win and pin him clearly. There's somebody he can blame for, hey, you should have done this. So I told you to give me the chair. You didn't give me the chair. I don't know, something. Blame it on somebody. In Monday Night Raw post WrestleMania, he comes out there and beats the living hell out of somebody, and somebody's going to pay for this. And he's going to beat their ass from then all the way up until Backlash, or up until Backlash when he goes for the rematch. And maybe that same person screws him from winning the title and Cody retains. There's so many things that they can do, but he's set now. Roman is set. The bloodline is set. They're good. And he just needs to just beat the hell out of whoever it is because he's so pissed that he's not the champion anymore. And he can find a way to kind of blame it on somebody else and tear their ass up. Right. And if he does lose cleanly, I don't think that, like you were saying earlier, I don't think that does anything to Roman. I really don't, because it's been over 3 years, I believe. So, like, what? You finally lost a match, but to who he's losing it to?
He hasn't taken a pinfall in a long time.
December of 2019, ladies and gentlemen. And if he takes that pin on April the whatever of 2023, I don't think it'll be the worst thing in the world. It won't hurt him because he's losing to the biggest babyface in pro wrestling right now. And that's what you want. That's what you need. That's what you have to do. I don't know, T. You could be right. This could be a swerve with Cody not winning at WrestleMania. But if he doesn't do it, I think it kind of goes back to what I was telling you months ago when he first took over. Is he going to kind of be a little petty with Cody Rhodes after the things that Cody did? How can you blame him? But he has put business first. He's did what's best for business. But I still think if he doesn't let Cody win this thing clean at WrestleMania, he's doing him a disservice. And I think that's a bad mistake if he does it. Everybody's expecting Cody to win. He really just kind of has to, especially all the things that have been said about, and this was a great segment when Roman talked about his dad, Cody's dad, training him, and he didn't really talk much about you though, Cody. I mean, like that was good stuff. Cody has to pin him, man. He has to pin. And I would say get a little bit more disrespectful between now until WrestleMania. The man told him, whatever your dad didn't teach you, I'll show you. I'll show you in the match. I mean, that was good. That was great. I loved it. But Cody's got to tap that ass for that, man.
That was just some of the most brilliant stuff.
Yes, it was.
I do think that a lot of it was genuine.
Mm-hmm.
And, those guys are both the pros pro, and they use every bit of emotion that they had to draw us all in. And all of us, man, whether you close to your dad or not, you just absolutely related to that.
That's right. That's right. That was good stuff, man. This is good. Again, 2 years ago, I was here on the Great Debate Show saying AEW rocks. It is the best wrestling show on television. They have great matches, great wrestlers, some daredevils, stunt devils, but they're good, and they love what they're doing, and damn it, they've got good stories built into it. I was calling Chris Jericho, I was damn near calling him the GOAT because of what he did, how he put AEW on their back. 2 years later, fast forward, AEW's ratings have nosedived. I'm watching WWE more these days. I have always said that I'm a sports entertainer. I'm more on the sports entertaining side, not the pro wrestling side. I like wrestling, but I love these. That's why I love the open. We'll get into AEW in a minute, but I love that they actually started the first 20 minutes damn near with a promo. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I know you're going to explain to us why this may be a bit premature, but I just still love that it didn't open up with a damn 20-minute crazy ass match. Like, come on, man. Every week, if I get home at 7:15, 7:20, I'm like, well, I ain't missing nothing but a long ass match, So I don't have to go back to the beginning. I'll just hit me live with what you got. That's where I've came now with All Elite Wrestling, and I loved it 2 years ago. Hell, a little over 1 year ago. But they have really fell off. It is not the same as it was in 2019 and 2020. 2021 was also good when Punk came in, but this has been 2022 was terrible, and 2023 is really, it kind of got out to a good start. The new look, it looked like they were saying, hey, this is AEW. We're focusing more on our own homegrown talent, and then they kind of got away from it, and now they're trying to come back to it. They just seem confused. And a lot of times, a lot of these storylines that they are trying to build, it gets messed up when these people get injured. They do too much. I don't know why Tony Khan is not letting them know, stop. We're going to get to AEW in a minute, but to finish WWE, T, because I'm going on too far ranting, but as far as the WWE goes, the Bloodline, they can't go anywhere with that, T. Unbelievable. They've been doing good. But you heard it here first. Terrence is saying that there are rumors that Cody could lose this match at WrestleMania 39. How many days would he be at WrestleMania, Roman Reigns? I mean, his championship reign. And how much longer would it take for us to get to that 1,000 day?
If he'd be around 9:40 or 9:50 by the time WrestleMania rolls around.
Okay. So he would still need another 20 days.
So I think Backlash might get him there.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Backlash might get him there. But I mean, it's like, all right, clearly he's not going to get Bruno Sammartino a record because Bruno had the title like 8 years.
Yeah,
That's once in a lifetime. It's never going to happen again.
Right.
Rest in peace to Bruno, but that's it.
Whose idea was that anyway? Who was booking that? His dad?
Yeah, that was Vince Senior.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was Vince Senior.
They must didn't have anything going on back then.
They had so much stuff going. Tied up in those title runs, man. It was like
right.
Feel involved in it, and
oh man.
Yeah, apparently, those guys were that was tough.
Right.
But what was I about to say? But yeah, so like it's like you have to keep asking the question, what's next for the title run? Because it's historic, and I don't know. Okay, Jarvis, you do screenwriting, right? So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What's going to be the difference in saying a near 1,000 day title run or a 1,000 day title?
A 1,000 day.
Because I feel like a lot of times in broadcast, which it's TV.
Yeah.
And TV is a lot of smoke and mirrors a lot of times, even with the writing.
Yeah.
If you can just throw 1,000 days in there, even if you're saying a year of 1,000 days, let's just say Roman is out there giving a promo. I held the title for nearly 1,000 days.
Yeah.
Or he comes out and he says, I held the title for 1,000 days. Like, there's not a lot of difference when you can round it and put the number in there in the writing. In my opinion, it's not a whole lot of difference.
Gotcha.
Because we believe what the announcers say. The announcers, people don't understand how much the announcers control.
That's right.
The announcers control a lot of things. Michael Cole is like when Roman is making his entrance and that beautiful lady introduces him. What's baby girl's name on SmackDown?
SmackDown. The announcer. Oh, she's really good too.
Man, she is killing it.
She is.
Love Snapper. But
undisputed.
She does her thing.
Yeah.
She's better than anybody doing it right now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping up because I think her and Ricky share our thing, but I ain't gonna say anything else.
Rick who? Ricky?
Yeah, man.
Ricky Starks?
No, Ricochet.
Oh, Ricochet. Okay.
Yeah.
That's who she. Oh, gotcha. He's not on TV anymore. That much these days, is he?
He is on a tag team with Braun Strowman right now. I like what they do though. I like what they do.
Okay.
I just think Ricochet is a whole lot more, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, But when
he should be getting the push theories again.
What's that?
He should probably be getting the push theories again.
I'm glad you brought that up. I got to bring up something that I just saw on Raw a few minutes ago, as a matter of fact. But after she announces Roman and Michael Cole is talking him to the ring, or what's out where they play football, Pat McAfee. Roman was a champion for nearly 1,000 days. It's near one,
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think it's close enough now to where you can say nearly 1,000. We don't need to actually see it get to 1,000.
No doubt.
I think Cody winning at Mania to me is more important than Roman getting to that 1,000. Even though we'll never see this again.
That's true. That's true. But you have to know when it ended. You have to know when to cut when to pull the plug.
Because then it's gonna be what next?
Yes.
It's gonna be Bob Backlund is only 250 days away. Let's let him keep it until the summer.
Yeah, but this will last for another 2 years. Yeah.
But now here's a rumor that I heard.
Okay.
How you feeling about this? And we've talked about it before on here.
Okay.
John Cena is still one championship away from breaking the all-time record.
Yeah. I thought he broke it. I thought he actually broke that.
He hasn't broken it. It's still
okay.
Him and Flair are tied at 16 or 17, whatever the number is.
What are you?
Change it up whenever he gets ready to.
What are you suggesting here?
Well, I think at SummerSlam it might either be Cena and Roman or Cena and Cody.
For the championship?
And I think for the championship, because I think it's time for Cena to go on and break that record.
Let him come back just to break that record, and he's not going to be around. He's going to be like a Brock Lesnar champion. He's going to be like the Rock champion.
The thing is, they'll be able to do that because they're going to split the championships.
Man, people are not going to like that though, man. Like if he can't be around enough for these stories, I mean, like he's been gone for so long.
Who's on the cover of 2K23 this year?
Oh wow, it's Cena.
It's Cena. John Cena is still the most recognizable guy in sports entertainment right now, and to me that's even includes The Rock.
Wow, really?
It's close. It's close between him and The Rock, but it's those two. And then you can, count 10 more places. He has 10 more spots before you get to the next person.
He has done a lot for the company also. He's been there for a long time also. You're right.
He's come back and he's taken losses for him.
Oh.
He came back, he lost to Roman.
Okay.
Who else did he come back and lose to? Like
as he should have. I mean, as he should have.
And he'll lose the theory of WrestleMania.
Yeah, as he should though. I mean, people did a lot for him too. They put him over too, so he should do that.
should have been putting other people over.
So I have no problem with that. But my whole thing is that, okay, so he's loyal. Okay, we get it. That's fine. That's good. But I just, oh man, if they do that, like, you're gonna cut Cody's run short. Like, really, we want to do that for him now?
Right.
I hope you're wrong, but I mean, hey, these rumors sometimes are not.
But I heard they want to do something big for him. Ain't nothing else big to do but to get that man that career leading championship. That's all. That's the only thing he hasn't done. He's done everything else.
That is correct. I don't think it's a good idea, but whoever's coming up with this stuff, man, hey, we'll see. It's just a rumor, but sometimes these rumors are not really rumors.
Hey, all of these quote unquote pro wrestling journalists, to me, they just ruin everything. I try to not read this stuff sometimes.
You're right.
I just came across this a couple of weeks ago and I thought it was fascinating. But I try to not read the spoilers a lot because it messes up. Wrestling is all about the surprise element. If you can't surprise me, what are you doing?
That's right. Okay.
That's why his bloodline story has been so good, though, because there have been no surprises.
Yeah. Right.
And it's still been great.
It has. Anything else we're looking forward to for WrestleMania 39 on the card before we move on to?
Not something that's on the card, but I'm glad you brought up Austin Theory.
Okay.
So, I'm looking forward now also to more so after WrestleMania. I say that because Theory had a match with Montez Ford tonight on Raw, which people hear this in the morning, but tonight on Raw, and Montez Ford might be right now, and I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about in-ring ability, I'm talking about look, I'm talking about charisma, athleticism, like everything. He might be probably the top 2 or 3 guy they have over there right now. Right. Austin Theory, to me, which I think physique, they're probably about the same, right? Like they're both, very well put together guys. Yeah. Both very lean. But as far as just their in-ring work and the way, just their whole character as a whole, man, Montez Ford almost dwarfs Austin Theory. This ain't me trying to put the black guy over the white guy. I promise you it's not, because I like wrestling. It ain't black and white for me at all. Right. But man, the fact that Montez Ford is going to have to be in some kind of a fatal 4 tag match and not in a one-on-one match. You know what? When Bray Wyatt stepped out allegedly, I would have immediately put Montez Ford against Bobby Lashley. Now, Montez Ford, he'll lose that match for sure. But just to have that man with the spotlight on him in a big moment, they need that. This whole fatal 4-way tag match it's going to lead the show. It's going to be a time killer. And they might steal the show with it. They very well might. But I just think it's almost criminal for Montez Ford to have to come out there in some kind of a fatal 4-way tag match with, 6, 7 other people in the ring with him at the same time. He'll stand out because that's what he does. But man, it's time for that dude. I'm looking forward to, 3, 4, 5 years from now when him and Austin Theory are having these matches again, but on bigger stages for the WWE Championship, because it's got to happen. It's got to. Montez Ford right now is ready. It ain't no wait till next week or next year. That dude's ready right now. Right. And I just wanted to make sure that I got that out there in the atmosphere because it's time. That dude's a star. Okay. All right. Well, that's good stuff, T. Sounds like good booking to me if they hadn't done that. So, look, they're not perfect. They dropped the ball somewhere. But speaking of a company or a wrestling promotion that is nowhere near perfect at all, it's AEW. They're not doing too good at all right now these days. Like, they put it together a good match every now and then they put together a good show every now and then. But it's not on a weekly basis where, hey, it's Wednesday and you know what that means. I don't even know if Excalibur still says that anymore. If he does, it doesn't mean anything to me. It means it's just another Wednesday. It's just hump day. That's all it tells me. But AEW, no, I'm good. Man, have I really switched my tone since the last time we really just went all the way in with these wrestling podcasts. It's just gotten so bad it hasn't been enough or a lot for me to talk about. I'm watching more WWE these days. I'm going to watch what's better. I never was an AEW mark like some people may have thought. I never was a WWE mark or hater.
It's just that I'm going to watch what's good. And right now it's swapped. One is good, one isn't. When are they both going to be good? I don't know. But one thing I can say about AEW is that, hey, it has been good for wrestling because there's been more competition and it's making everybody just do better. Everybody has to do their jobs and get better at it. Now, AEW, I don't know what needs to happen for them to do their jobs better. Sometimes they hit me with something where it's like, okay, that was good. Let's get to this 4-pillar thing, Terrence. I like what I saw. I love that it was promo. We got to hear Jungle Boy on the mic. We got to hear Sammy Guevara more, who we don't see more of. Every time we see Jericho, it needs to be Guevara. But for whatever reason and all this backstage politics and all the crap going on, he's fighting Eddie Kingston. Now Eddie Kingston's in Ring of Honor. It's just a mess in AEW in that locker room. And CM Punk is not there to blame now. He's not there to blame for this one. So again, not taking up for him. I don't know the true story, but damn it. Like whatever's going on with CM Punk, Tony Khan needs to just let it go. The same thing you did with MJF. Do what you have to do and get him back on television because your ratings are terrible. And I don't see you tweeting about those numbers anymore at all now. So you didn't listen to Bischoff. You're not listening to Cornette. I think you should be bringing somebody like that in. But AEW has been pretty bad. And I'm just noticing something. I was about to start talking about the 4 pillars, and I am. But I just want to quickly say that the 3 women on WWE, it's the group that, what's her name? Bailey and those girls. Is that what Saraya and Toni Storm and whoever else, are they mocking them? Are they emulating that? Or are they making fun of it or what? Let's look, the Outcasts and AEW, is that these 3 girls, whatever they're called?
More of the outsiders like Kevin Nash's kind of a pan.
They're doing that just to throw us off. For what I'm seeing right now watching Raw, they're these 3 women. What are they called again on the WWE? Bailey and her group? Damage Control. That's what they're really doing. They don't fool me with the spray can, with the spray paint. And nobody wants to see that anymore. I don't think the crowd really cares for it.
No,
it looked...
That worked only once. And if you look at the history of the outsiders in NWO, after those first couple of years, they ruled TV in '96 after the Hogan heel turn. That's because they had Hogan, and they had a Hogan heel turn. and then '97 was the year of Sting, and they dominated the ratings that year. And after that, they lost the ratings, and they never got them back.
Yeah, I mean...
So, I don't think that this is a smart play to try to imitate the outsiders. To me, and see, this is what I was talking about before the show. All of this brings to me of desperation. The heel turn, the double switch of Paige and Saraya.
It made no sense.
And what's our girl's name?
Hell, I can't.
Adam Carter's lady. What's her name?
Oh, Britt Baker.
Britt Baker. Yeah, my brain. I'm telling you.
Ruby Soho was the one I was trying to say this with Toni Storm. Them right? That's what I was thinking. I couldn't think of her name. Yeah, Ruby Soho.
She's supposed to be there Hogan, but like, nah, it doesn't work that way. Like, we got behind Saraya because she hasn't wrestled in, what was it, 6 years, or was it longer than that?
Something like that.
And then she made this return, and we're still trying to bring her back into our wrestling races, right? Like as fans, because I've always been a big fan of her. And before we can even really get involved in the decent storyline, they've got her mixed in with Toni Storm and all of this mess.
Yeah, that was completely backwards.
Now it's a heel turn, and it's a double switch, and it just, that storyline to me has just not worked at all.
It hasn't. She didn't get to milk her whole baby face. She didn't get to milk the baby face role long. I mean,
let me just say, I have a feeling. And I was always under the impression that Sasha Banks, what is she going by now? Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
Was going back to WWE. Wouldn't be totally surprised. But I think now it looks like she's probably headed to AEW, and she'll probably join that group. And maybe that's why they did the double switch, because we were under the impression that she was supposed to be there to begin with.
Yeah, but but it didn't.
Right?
Well, yeah, that or she was coming for Jade. Yeah, well, that or she was coming for Jade, but it just.
I think maybe she has some contractual obligations with New Japan, but apparently she doesn't have any more days in New Japan after she defends her title. I think it's like Wrestlemania weekend or something.
Yeah, it's about to be all over with. Yeah, for now.
She's done with them then, and she's gonna be headed to AEW. Tony Khan is probably, right now is a good time for her because her ratings are dipped. So maybe they're gonna write her a real big check, and shit, Mercedes Moné ain't turning this Moné down.
That's a good one.
Partially her character and partially real life.
But
I'm turning this check down.
But I wonder would it work? Because AEW,
I think that
they don't know what to do with anybody.
Right, this has been a problem. They've showed their hand so many times, then they show their hand, and it's like it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
we've had some of the situations with Tony Khan. Like, we got a Hall of Fame caliber wrestler coming to AEW, and it's Christian Cage. Like, Christian is cool. We don't consider Christian a Hall of Fame, even though he's had a great career.
Yeah.
But we don't look at him because at the time we were looking for CM Punk.
Yeah.
And they teased that, and then they gave us Christian. And they teased it another time, and they gave us Big Show.
Yep.
And then there was a time where Britt Baker was like, she was looking at the camera saying the boss. And it looked like they were setting up for Sasha Banks at the time.
And then they had to come out and let us know.
They gave us Tony Storm.
Oh, we messed up. We shouldn't have said that. We got to tell them it's Tony Storm right now before they write it.
It's Tony Storm right now because we know we messed up. And it's just so many of these situations that has made us not care if somebody comes over.
Right.
And I would still love to see her on my TV every week.
Yeah.
One, because I think she's a very attractive woman, and two, because she's one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
I'm just saying it to say maybe they could give that storyline a little joke, and maybe that's why they did what they did.
Yeah.
But until the end, this has been total crap.
It has. It really has. And I won't even say anything behind that. That's it for me, too. I agree with all of that, man. Seriously. They got to do better, man. This is not really good TV. And they just hold on to too many things. They don't know when to let go of certain things. The Powerhouse Hobbs title change, I was like, what the hell? This is how you're going to give it to him? I knew he was going to win it, but like that, what was the purpose in Wardlow winning at Revolution? Just to make him a two-time TNT champion? And for what? If he's not going to keep it, he's going to lose the very next night. And like, I didn't get what they were doing or why they were doing it. Was Samoa Joe not give it up to Hobbs or what? He wouldn't put Hobbs over, or what was the deal? I thought that Samoa Joe should have won at Revolution, or they should have just made it a damn triple threat at Revolution. That's what they should have done, to be honest with you. And that way everybody wins because it's a triple threat. And I don't know who's going to take the pin, but hey, nobody has to take the pin. I take that back. It could have been the damn. What is that they do, the casino ladder match? Damn that. Forget that. He wins it. Okay. He could have just cashed it in the same night. And nobody's done that yet. They just say, hey, I'm going to fight him right after the pay-per-view. Like, no, make it interesting. What the hell are you doing, Tony Khan? Like, this is really crazy. I can do better than this. I could really make your show more watchable than what it is now. And I know to you, I'm nobody. But damn it, nobody could help you right now compared to what you're getting. You're getting absolutely nothing from this booking. And damn, this is why I was so afraid of Cody leaving for the WWE. And the things that I said about Cody leaving, man, was I wrong? I didn't respect him as a man to go back to them. But hey, he reinvented himself. Sometimes you just have to know that, hey, look, I did this, I've done that. Now it's time for me to cash in on that. And that's what he did. And he's getting paid good money. He's got a good contract, I'm sure, a healthy one. He's about to be champion. And there's people like Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, even Moxley, who is unhappy we're hearing in AEW, who may want to go back. And I'm sure he'll have to take his wife with him because, like, she just got there, but it seems like he's ready to go. I don't know what his problem is. They've done nothing but put him over and make him look like the fake ass Stone Cold of this decade, if I don't know one, and it's like no.
They have used him so much. I've gotten to where, like, when his music hits, and I promise I'm sorry for saying this, but when his music hits, I typically turn the TV.
I hear you.
And I don't hate Moxley at all. I really don't.
Yeah.
But like they just overused him, and I have now maybe this little heel turn they're doing with the Blackpool Combat Club will help me out. but I don't think he will.
They're just desperate, man. They're just really reaching for stuff, and they think that all they have to do is just turn him babyface, turn him heel, turn her. It's more to it than that. What are we doing here? And as far as Saraya and them being the outsiders, well, you know how you could have really made them the outsiders? That's how they should have debuted in AEW. But that's not the way they debuted. They were already there. She had a good babyface run going, and you didn't let her milk that till it was dry. She should have milked that cow till it was completely dry.
For about a month before they did the double switch?
Yeah.
The real reason why I think they did that?
Why?
And this might irritate you, but it's going to make sense. But it's probably make you mad.
I'm sure it will.
Because the world knows that Britt Baker and Adam Cole are a thing.
Yeah.
They're not married, but they've been together for a long time, so I still give them the same respect as I would anybody else.
Okay.
I think that they're going to give Adam Cole a major babyface push.
Yeah.
And in real life, you can't have your top babyface dating a top heel.
I was afraid you were going to say this.
I think they did that really just to kind of coddle to what Britt Baker needs, just for the sake of kayfabe and TV. And I just think it's dumb.
And that'll be the day that I am completely done with All Elite Wrestling. Because
that's why I think they did it, though. I thought that from the jump, to be honest.
I
did it because
it makes sense.
Right around the same time they announced Adam Cole getting ready to come back, and
yep.
Yeah, I think they did that because Adam Cole was about to get the babyface push to a rocket strapped to the moon.
It makes sense. It definitely makes sense, and I wouldn't doubt it at all. But I'm done. When they do it, I'm done.
Have her come and got to his matches with him because they've got this reality show now where him and her gonna be out there.
Yeah.
You can't have her being a bad guy.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Another person is overbooked. I used to be very, very crazy about Britt Baker and her. I
still love Britt's work.
Her mic performance.
I just think that Tony Khan is too close to her.
Very much.
Say this too now before we talk about the four pillars, because I think that's the last thing we talk about with them.
Right.
But I think that was one of the main problems that Bischoff had in WCW. He was too close to Hulk Hogan.
Yes, he was.
And it eventually led to their downfall.
Yes, it did. And Tony Khan is doing the same thing, even though he said he's not him. He said he's not going to be him. He's not going to be WCW. Yes, you are. You're WCW more and more by the week, more and more by the day. I agree, T, 100%. And Britt Baker is being overused, overbooked as well. It's time to take the title off of Jamie Hayter. We're not getting enough story from her. We're doing all of this Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter stuff. We'll get some damn tag team women's championships, because that's what this looks like to me. She's the champion. She's supposed to be in a story with a singles.
Here's a mistake in it, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's just like Batista. It's just like I'm trying to think of another example, but
Batista in Evolution. Coming out of Evolution?
Precisely. There you go.
Uh-huh.
When you have situations like that, if you have this long-standing sidekick, for me to believe this sidekick is now champion, this sidekick is now Robin has to be Batman for the title.
Yeah.
Before I take Robin seriously.
Yeah.
But you can't have Robin with the championship and then have Batman in the background for all of Robin's promos.
Yeah.
Because I'm still gonna recognize Britt Baker as my champion. Jamie Hayter just carried the title for.
That's right.
Now this is no disrespect to Jamie Hayter, but the way they present it, it still looks like she's the sidekick.
Yes.
They try to do some subtle things to make it not seem that way, but no, give her if she's gonna have a run, give her run. Let her come out there and have a singles match by herself, do a promo by herself. I don't need to see Britt Baker just for the sake of getting Britt Baker on TV.
That's right.
She's ruining this child's shine. This lady right here can't get her shine because Britt Baker is still, but unintentionally, I don't think she's doing to be malicious, but she's still stealing the spotlight.
She is, and she can't help herself, and that's what Jericho can.
Shawn Michaels and Diesel. There you go.
Yeah, Jericho can't help himself as well. He's doing the same thing. Yeah, those two, Shawn Michaels and Diesel. But here's the issue.
If they don't get Sammy Guevara away from Jericho, I promise you, they're going to ruin their boy's career if they don't get him away from Jericho.
They have almost.
Jericho now 3 years.
They've almost done it. They're sick of him. They don't like him. I don't know what they hate about him and his wife. They have, but the problem here with these ladies, Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, the problem is we said it months ago and they never went with it. They messed up. What they're doing now is uncalled for, but it's happening because they refuse to do what they should have did, and it should have been the Batista coming out of Evolution when Triple H put the thumbs down, like, nah, Batista, nah. And they beat his ass, and there's the rivalry. Now Batista is going to be a star out of this thanks to Triple H putting him over. Britt Baker, you make Jamie Hayter a real star. Just because they're cheering for her and they love her, that doesn't really make her a star. That's just in the AEW fan base, which is a small fan base compared to the WWE universe. The AEW galaxy is growing, but it's not the WWE universe. So to make the AEW galaxy grow, Britt Baker and whatever her name is, Rebel, you are celebrating, you drop her ass. You do something and you let her be known. As soon as she won the title, you should have flipped on her, or the night after the pay-per-view. When you come back on that next Dynamite, that's my title. You got it messed up, bitch. I don't know, something. You've got to stay healed because you're healed, and now they really love Jamie Hayter. What are you doing? They messed all of that up once again. Nobody wants to see Batman and Robin, like you said, and Robin's the champion, and we're seeing Batman all the time. Like I just said, she should have been coming out there in singles matches, and she should have been by herself. We were respected more. Why would she be by herself? Why would Britt not be with her? Because they're beefing. They're in a story together. That's all they had to do was put them against each other. They dropped the ball on that as well. They got it right with MJF and Wardlow. Problem was they didn't know what to do with Wardlow after that. And they still can't seem to figure out what to do with Wardlow. I think he's going to WWE. Maybe that's the reason why he's been loyal. He is a loyal person. But Wardlow, Jade Cargill, and Omega, and I think Hangman Page will be one of them too. Maybe I'm wrong. But those are three: Omega, Jade, and damn, I just forgot that quick what I just said. But those are the three that could be going to the WWE. Omega, Jade Cargill, and we hear Moxley is unhappy with AEW right now. These are the people, Wardlow, I meant to say, those are the three that WWE are looking for to make a star. They've got the WWE look. They've got the physique. They've got the face. They've got the talent somewhat. Now, Wardlow is getting better on the microphone. If they give him more opportunities, he's going to only get better and better. I'm not a big fan of Wardlow, but listening to him talk, he's a humble dude and he's a good dude. But I'm not just that big on him in the ring. And I'm definitely not big on Adam Cole. I have not missed him one bit since he's been gone. Again, I prayed for him in the situation he was going through, and look, it worked. He's okay, and that's great. But you don't have to just put him to the top just because he's been out and why he's been out. There's plenty of people that's been out for stuff like this because everybody's dropping somebody else on their head every week, and that's enough of that too. But some of these people are leaving, and that's Cody Rhodes is being watched heavily. What he's doing in WWE right now, everybody in the AEW locker room are watching that and saying, that could be me. But I want to say this real quick. Before they leave the AEW, you need to think this through and think this clearly. You're seeing some of the same people every week. Now, they do it better than AEW. I mean, we do see Moxley entirely too much. But when we see more people in the WWE on a week-to-week basis, they're following up on their stories, though, and we're interested in seeing where that story is going. You see what I'm saying? They don't have a lot of room for whoever that is in the AEW locker room that thinks, what if I go over there? They don't have a lot of room for MJF who thinks that he could be a star in WWE. Maybe, maybe not. I don't really know how much they really love him. I think, if anything, they'll be getting him over there just to get him away from Tony Khan and AEW. That's all this is.
Yeah, I think MJF has we've seen his peak already. I don't see where the stuff he does over there. I don't think he'd be able to do in WWE.
As long as they stay PG, he won't. No, he won't.
And so it's not going to work. He better stay where he is.
I think he should, and I think he will. I think he's just running game right now. There's rumors that he's already signed. Yeah. He's already being extended.
I think that he kind of made his career off of kind of being a shock jock, saying the things that are inappropriate.
Yeah.
I did like the exchange between him and Sammy Guevara last Wednesday, though. But
yeah, this 4 pillar stuff.
Yeah. I love the exchange between him and Sammy Guevara. They kind of they kind of went at each other, with some personal shots.
It was good. But one thing I want to ask you, T. Hold on. One thing I want to ask you about what MJF said in that 4-pillar thing. He said Darby needed Sting. He said Guevara needed Jericho. He said that Jungle Boy needed Luchasaurus or whatever, or maybe even Christian, you could say for a minute, Christian Cage. And he said that he didn't need anybody. Didn't he come in with Cody Rhodes? In the beginning,
Cody got him there.
He missed that. Yeah, he missed that part. But anyway, it was a great segment. Your thoughts on that segment and why you think it's premature for them to be doing it right now?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, right? Like I went back and watched it again, and just to see them out there, and even just to see the subtle improvements from Jungle Boy and even all those guys that are in the ring, they've all gotten much better since they started in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the one thing that I was very happy about. But I think that this is a big fantasy match that a lot of us have had for probably a while, probably since they first started calling them the 4 pillars of AEW. But I just wondered, is it premature that we're getting this now? And if it's premature, is it because of desperation, or is it because they have something bigger planned for the next big show? Because I do hope that this is going to be on a big show. I hope this, there's something that you can have singles matches between some of these guys. You can have tag team matches because you do have 2 baby faces against 2 heels. So I hope that they prolong this, tell the story, let it build, and have on whatever the next big show is, which I think is the next big show in like July or is it August?
Double or Nothing is going to be Labor Day week. I mean, Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. Okay, so it's not too far away.
No.
So I hope that they can build it properly until then. There's so many different ways they can tell this story. They can, regardless.
I got to be honest with you, T. I don't think they can do it. I mean, it's not that long in real time, but in AEW time, that's like a lifetime for them. You're telling me they're going to stretch something from all of April and of May, and we're not even done with March yet? I don't see it. They'll make this match
so that's
in 2 or 3 weeks.
Are they trying to do this just for the sake of getting it out of the way so they can get to wherever they have planned, whether it's CM Punk coming back or whether it's Adam Cole coming out of the pipe or if it's Kenny Omega? I don't know what the situation might be. Or is this just pure desperation?
Probably a little bit of all of the above, T. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if they know. I'm not sure if they know. But when you're fishing like this and you keep reaching, man, I mean, like, man, you're gonna fall in that thing and drown, man. I just don't know. They're swimming with no feet right here. I don't get what they're doing. And the 4-pillar thing is good, but it may be a little too soon. I don't know where they could be going with it. But like, I mean, MJF is gonna win, but like, it's good to do it. Maybe they are just getting it out the way. I don't know if Punk comes out after that match, but I can't see them stretching this until Double or Nothing, though. Man, they don't have the story time and the storylines or the creativeness to do that. I see them booking this match in 2 or 3 weeks at one of these damn weekly Dynamite shows, and they'll just put a name to it. They come up with so much crap, you know what I'm saying? So, it'll be one of those like a New Year's bash thing, but it's not New Year's, of course. Whatever it may be, I bet you they'll give this to us on Dynamite instead of. I can't see them waiting until Double or Nothing at the end of May.
They can't do that, Joe.
They can't hold a story that long.
If they do that, then
I could be wrong, but yeah.
They need to shut the doors if they do that.
Yeah. I won't be surprised if they do it. Now, I did hear Jake the Snake Roberts is going to help in the, I wouldn't say creativeness, but some things, helping these wrestlers with their promos, their characters, giving us a better version of them on who they want us to see them as. He wants to work with them on that. And I think they can be very... Yeah, he's been kind of promoted to a new role. Some of these people are actually getting bigger roles. I think this is Tony Khan reaching as well, but still probably realizing, hey, let's see what the people that I have inside in the building already they can do in-house. That's okay. That's fine. But you got to put them in the right spots, in the right positions, and you need to stop being head of creative because you don't know what the hell you're doing. You just don't. Stop it. You're terrible at this. And nobody's hating on you when they say that. We appreciate you because, like you brought another wrestling promotion that is big. Let's say they're number 2. They are. They surpassed TNA. They surpassed Impact. They're better than Ring of Honor. He bought Ring of Honor. They are the number 2, but they're still a long way from the number 1. And it's a reason for that. It's because you got away from what you were good at. And whatever it is that you can't let go about Cody and why you let him walk, man, you're really paying for that right now. Like, seriously, this is killing you. And Triple H is going to do everything he can to continue to kill you and step on you. He's going to do that. And he's going to do it the way I thought that you always should have done it, Mr. Khan. Just shut the hell up and give us some great shows and some good booking. If you could do that, you don't have to say a word. Triple H is not saying a thing. He might throw a shot every now and then, but he does it so subliminally, like everybody doesn't even catch it. But he's giving good shows, and that's all the competition that you need. We'll never have the Monday Night Wars again. But in order to get it anywhere close to that, Tony Khan, you have to do your part and come up with better stories. You've got too much talent back there, man. And don't mess up Hobbs' run. Don't mess it up. And what is this thing with QT? Like, okay, so QT is with him now. It's just so many things that they're doing so backwards. I just don't get it. We've got Sterling now coming back out with Jade. He's not even explaining why he's back with her. You just messed the baddies up. The baddies could have been like the female bloodline if you did it right. They're terrible at this, Terrence. Whoever's really doing it, they're terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't understand. And Smart Mark, who was he also with? He had a tag team for a second.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, I think he's mysteriously not coming out with them or showing his face with them anymore because they're setting this thing back up with Jay. But what are you doing? Like, what the hell? Like,
there's a lot of backstage.
What happened to Stokely? Stokely now he's found himself with Ethan Page and all of those guys in the heart. And what are we doing? Like, what is Stokely? Stokely's left Jay now all of a sudden. Jay was like the hell with Stokely too. So I just don't get it. Now we don't see Red Velvet anymore. We don't see Kiera Hogan anymore. They're going to end up back in Impact where they can be pushed and they can be booked better, But I mean, like, damn, I'll watch Impact right about now. Hell, I hear it's better than AEW these days,
Well, you remember what I said about Jade about a year ago? Jade should be the champion.
Yes, but because of Britt Baker, we know why she wasn't. But now Jamie Hayter, this has went on too long. When is Jade going to get into the big leagues? She's not had any interactions, any storyline whatsoever. No build up with a Britt Baker, a Hikaru Shida, who they just forgot about, a Toni Storm, nobody. She hasn't done anything with those. Why are they getting the spotlight more? I'm sick of seeing. I mean, look, I'm not telling you that sometimes when Toni Storm and some of these people come out, it ain't a little eye candy, for the viewership. But I have nothing for their characters and what they're doing. Like I don't buy their gimmicks.
Toni Storm's character, and it's not. I think she's great, by the way.
Yeah.
She moves too fast.
Yeah.
Like, ring walk is too. Girl, slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down. Like, why are you walking so fast? I understand your character's supposed to be this kind of rock star kind of thing. But you can still rock star you slowly to the ring.
Yeah, man.
I don't need you to be walking like a power walker and it's looking real clumsy every week. I just think that just a little subtle things like that. And these are things I picked up on since I've been kind of, working a little bit more closely with a lot of wrestlers that, there's a couple of guys I kind of, help tweak their interest a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's just me kind of putting some of that knowledge into this. Slow down. When your music hits, just slow down a little bit. You can slow down your way to the entrance ramp and then you can power walk everywhere.
Yeah.
But she just comes through the curtain. She just, falls to the wall immediately.
Yeah.
Foot all the way to the floor. Girl, slow down just a hair.
This is just them.
This is just me. It's just a personal preference.
But look, this is still Tony Khan letting them be them instead of just having somebody, hey, look, we need a stage coordinator. You show them how to do this. Yeah. WWE works over everything, and you better not mess up. I get it, but this is why it looks so good because they go over everything so much and they rehearse and they audition. No, they do not. But hey, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Like, who's going to get the most out of somebody? The asshole boss or the pushover boss who just, wants everybody to like him? They're going to run over that damn boss. They don't want the asshole to fire their ass. So they're gonna do it though. So sometimes hey man, they were right. Green Day, whatever it was that said it, nice guys finish last. And what Tony Storm needs to understand is that, like, what they're doing in AEW, you're supposed to be the WWE catch or the fish that got away. You're the one that, hey, I'm going to show them. I haven't saw anything. Yeah, they gave you your little run, your AEW title run. We know what that was about. They're still not letting you go away, but you forgot about Shida. Hikaru Shida is not on TV anymore. Rio's finally making her way back. Nyla Rose was forgotten about. Vicky Guerrero said, screw this, I'm done. She didn't even want to redo her contract. Now she's gone. They dropped the ball completely with that. She was never a general manager like I begged for her to be. She was not even a manager for Nyla Rose, really, because she was through to the back and on dark only. They just dropped the ball. And Miro is like Waldo. Nobody can find his ass. He's very unhappy, and I don't know what's going on with that. They're saying that they have nothing for him creatively right now, but he's still under contract for another 3 years or so, because he extended his contract like a year or so ago, and we thought he was making his way back out the injury. He's been 100% clear for months.
Yeah.
I mean, probably going close into a year now, so I don't get it. They weren't doing the right stuff with him anyway. Just when it looked like they were getting it right, then they would drop the ball and he would go away again. Every time I think Ethan Page is finally about to come up, he's back to the back again. Has anybody seen Scorpio Sky? Oh my God, where did he go?
We haven't seen him since he got squashed by Wardlow.
And now what is Wardlow doing? He took a dive for that. He got squashed for that. Look what Wardlow's doing.
I agree with that 1,000%.
This has been terrible, man. I know people are saying, "Well, damn, why do you even watch AEW?" I really don't, not that much. I'm just giving them I'm giving them another chance. I'm giving them an opportunity to prove me wrong. And week after week, they show me that they still just don't get it. And I know Jade has to know this. She'll say all the right things because Tony Khan gave her an opportunity, and she's appreciative of that. But she will be in WWE as soon as her contract is up. Or unless Tony's going to pay the hell out of her. And I don't even know if she wants to accept that, because I think she knows. Like, she's watching everything now, and she sees where the money is really at, where her really fortune and fame, her stardom will really come from. It'll be over there. Now, I do like how they are.
She will go to a level that you're going to.
Yes, man. They will put her in all kind of movies. She can do all kind of, she just has that. You talk about a glamazon look. If it's any, it's really her. And she can really I can see her on all kind of things, man. All the Marvel movies, the characters that she likes to do, how she likes to, dress up for these pay-per-views. Like, that's all WWE all over. She already has that creativeness herself, her fashion and all of that she takes serious. Man, that's WWE all the way. I think she'll be going there. At one point, I didn't want anybody going to WWE because they were so bad. And I don't like to watch anything that's bad, especially when they showed that they didn't care about what the fans, wanted. But it's a new regime. It's a new era. And Triple H, as I don't know what to think about H sometimes. Sometimes I hear good things about him. Sometimes I hear some negative things about him. But from what I'm hearing, everybody loves him. They want to work with him. He's putting everybody in the right spots. Everybody's kind of in the right place for the most part. And he is good with these stories. If this is all the way him, man, come on, man. He should have been doing this a long time ago. And this just goes to show that Vince.
A lot of people call for him to be doing this a long time.
I know, but
Vince was real stubborn and just would not. He wouldn't come off of it.
And he still doesn't want to be honest with you. He had to,
he doesn't.
Yeah.
He does not.
Now he's coming back.
I'm a firm believer. Triple H snitched that man out.
Yeah, I think he had to. I think he did it, and I think
and you know what? I'm glad if he did do it. I'm glad he did.
Hey, it's working out for me. It's working out for you. We're having some good TV. Yeah, I mean, that's a word that I don't even want to use as much anymore now. I know this is sports, and we're talking about wrestling and sports entertainment, but the word snitch just gets thrown around so much these days. Like, it depends on what we're talking about here. I mean, if you witness somebody kill your mother, if you can go back and kill them, I'm sure you're going to do it. But if you can't get them,
at least make sure they go to jail.
At least make sure they go to jail for what they did, though, right? Like, are we gonna go by the street codes that much in the rule? Like, somebody got to throw that street code book away, that whole thing, because we're living by too much stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, that too. I get you. And there's a lot of people that don't and still try to go by that stuff. So I'm just saying, like, there's rules and regulations to it all. Know when you need to do it and know when it's not a good time to do it. And I know you still will want to see whoever killed your mother go away for a very long time if you're not going to take care of them yourself. Point blank, period. Like, damn, you don't want to tell that? I don't think that's a snitch that's saying, hey, man, he killed my mama, goddammit. Excuse me. But that's what it is. So that's just, but Triple H did what he felt like he had to do because this man was just in over his head. And as he came out and said, I think I was just kind of manipulated, and some people kind of, tricked me into doing some things that I didn't want to do, thinking it was going to be bad for business and my image and blah, blah, blah with all these lawsuits. So I went away. But I see now they were doing that just to get me out. I'm back. And he just said that he was going to sell the damn company just to get back. He ain't selling anything. Is he, Terrence? It doesn't seem like it.
I don't think so. They put the asking price at like $9 billion, man. Ain't nobody give you $9 billion for that.
Man, that man ain't trying to sell. Exactly. He's not trying to sell it. He wasn't trying to sell anything. He just wanted to get back in.
$5 or $6 billion.
That's right.
And it would have been sold by now. But now I did hear that it might be right after Mania that they might already have a suitor. They just want to wait after Mania to announce it.
Is it still the government of Saudi Arabia?
If it's that price, it'll be the Saudis. It won't be anybody but the Saudis.
Yeah, because then they can still.
I really believe when they announced it that night that they did have a deal in place.
They just
saw the backlash from it and tried to
let it cool off. Let it cool off a little bit. Yeah, but it's a good way where Vince can still be in charge. He can still say, "Hey, don't do this, don't do that," and he'll be able to.
He'll be the only one in charge because nobody else will have any start in the company.
Right. And they'll be going back private, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. There you go. The 4 pillars, again, we like it. We just think Terrence thinks it's a little too premature. I don't know where they're going to go with it, but I did like the fact that I got to hear Darby and all of those guys talk. I thought that was good. I was glad that they did bring Christian.
They were kind of shooting a little bit. That sounded.
I think so.
Of course, it's scripted, but I think there was a little bit of shoot. I think there was some real feelings in there.
I think so, especially Darby's take. I think he definitely was serious and genuine about everybody crying on Twitter about their unhappiness.
Sammy Guevara to me came off as real serious.
And Sammy too, yeah, Sammy too. I liked it. I really did, but I enjoyed it. But again, like you said, it may be a little too soon, and they may just be doing it just to get it out of the way. And no, this is our main event. This is something that you say for Double or Nothing pay-per-view. But they can't stretch this out that long. I just don't have the confidence in them to do that. I really don't. I don't think they can do it. I don't think they will do it. And in the end, I'm going to give it another year or two. And AEW the doors may be closing on them. If they don't get somebody in here that can figure this thing out. Triple H is going to close the door on them.
I guarantee that one of the stuffers is going to want to keep them around because Warner Brothers is losing at everything right now. Like, I don't know if you heard, but Shazam is flopping. They had the rift with The Rock and the rest of the DC universe. Yeah. And now they're trying to cut costs, and AEW is not doing as well. And man, it could spell bad times. And this is almost exactly the same as how WCW ended up. Like AOL and Time Warner had the merger, and then they just cut the cost. They cut WCW out. Sold it for $2-3 million event. So, I just
hey man,
it repeats itself a whole lot.
Yeah, that very well could be the case. And Tony's not fooling anybody by saying what he's saying about how they actually want. There's rumors that Warner Brothers Discovery wants more content with AEW. That's why they're doing the show. Let them see the backstage of these people, these stars, and they'll feel them. That may actually work too. I hope it works. All access or whatever.
I'm looking forward to that.
I hope it works. But again, I don't like who they're shining the light on. I don't know who all they're going to shine it on, but I know the two people that it will be shining on the most, and that is Adam Cole and that is Britt Baker. And come on, y'all. It's more people in AEW. Let's see how it goes. It may help. But my thing is this. I think that if they can't get a second hour of Rampage, and if they can't get rid of the power rankings like they need to do and bring somebody in that can help with the storytelling and build these stories up and sit these old guys down, put these people over and get out of the way until they can do this and learn this. Man, they're not going to be around much longer. And again, Warner Brothers Discovery, hey, y'all, it seems like y'all could use some help, man. I'm Jarvis Jeffries, screenwriter / actor. Yeah, here's my resume. Here's my cheap plug right here. I can give you guys mouth to mouth. I've got plenty of content that we can throw on Warner Brothers Discovery, and that may save you all from going under. Because hey, I don't know, whatever night you want, you pick it. Who's going to put the funding up for it? Who wants to do this? I mean, I'll have a bidding war with them. I got so much stuff. Like at right now, some of these people like Paramount, Warner Brothers Discovery, hell, Netflix is kind of dying. These people need some help. They need content.
Well, start. Showbiz, there's so many things that things trend up, they trend down. It's cyclical, right? Like it moves in circles.
Yeah.
We saw at one point where a hero movie was guaranteed money, and now you overdo it, and people don't want to go see hero movies anymore. And now it's just gonna be what's next, right? Like so. I'm surprised if like reality TV makes a real big comeback with like the American Idols and stuff like that, because it was up at one point and it went down. And it might come back. Showbiz is funny like that, man.
It is. It's gonna be very trickery, man. And these streaming.
The crazy part about that though. Some of the things go up and down, and one of the only things that's been this consistent for this long is WWE. That is. They withstood everything.
That is true. That is true. I mean, you're right. I mean, the WWE has withstood it all. So I guess that says that
they almost crumbled a couple times. Hogan says, and I'll get to him in just a second. Hogan says that when he was leaving, they were getting ready to shut the doors. That's what he says.
Of course he says that.
Of course he says that.
Those doors never shut. Never shut. Not saying he didn't change the game over there, what he did in WCW, but it wasn't his idea. And he shouldn't really get much credit for it. It was actually Sting that was supposed to be the guy for NWO, the third guy. But Hogan heard about it, knew it was money, and said, wait a minute, Bischoff, let's think this thing through.
That is true.
Yes. Once again.
Hogan first. Hogan said no.
Did they?
He said no. They approached Hogan first, but Hogan didn't want to do it because of the merchandising, because he was doing a lot of Make-A-Wish, the red and yellow Hogan.
Yeah. Right.
He loved it, right? Say your prayers, eat your vitamins.
He thought that was going to mess the money up, yeah.
But then he saw how the NWO thing was taking off, and then on the day of the pay-per-view, he called Bischoff back and said he'd do it.
Wow. And now I didn't know that. It was that close?
Yeah, you got to check out
the day of?
Man, if you can download the A&E app, they're all right there. It's pretty easy to find. I think it's the first episode of season 3. It's very good. But yeah, they talk about all of that.
What's the name of that series again now?
It's WWE Legends.
WWE Legends. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's on A&E, and man.
Gotcha.
And what you can also do is you can go listen to Eric Bischoff's podcast, the Starcade 97 episode. Man, yeah. I would recommend watching and looking at both of those if you want to know about just the NWO story, and then that particular day in 97 that I'll talk about in a second.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. No doubt. Okay. So are we ready to get to the list? And I want to say this though. Should we actually just tell the list? I mean, not give our list, but just again give people time maybe to see what it is. Put it out on Twitter, see what they think, and come back to it for.
What I think we'll do is I'll get mine here, and then that'll give people time to generate theirs, and maybe we'll get some good feedback on who people really hate.
Okay.
Yeah,
that'll work.
I would like if people DM'd us or added us on Twitter or something, or commented on Instagram or TikTok or whatever the case may be, and say, hey, you know what? Here's my 5. And why you got this person on there? You crazy, man,
And
we'll with it like that.
And you can do that, ladies and gentlemen, at the Great Debate Show / King Sip Productions. That's on Twitter. I'm at Cods100. If you want to get down and let us know what's up at KODS100, you can hit us up. And Terrence, you can also give your information on how they can let you know you're going to be posting this stuff as well.
Yeah, for sure. By all means, hit me up on Twitter at Terrence M. Smith. Terrence M_Smith. Instagram, that's tsmitty22. Facebook is just my name, Terrence Smith. And man, hey, find me, let's chat. I'm always up for these discussions, for sure.
That's right, most definitely. Most definitely. Well, it's been a good show. And again, we're going to talk about this on the next wrestling episode, which we'll come back with you with one soon, real soon here. We'll give our list on our top 5 hated wrestlers of all time. And hey, does MJF still make that list of all time? Does Roddy Piper make that list? Does Hogan make the list? Does John Cena make the list? There's just so much to talk about. I've heard some people say JBL is the worst ever. I disagree, but
I've heard that from a lot of people.
I've heard that lately here. So look, yeah, we're not talking about just in the ring. We mean like any personal stories that you know about them to where you just like, oh, I hate them. I'm going to explain to you when we get done. That's why I really need to digest this, because like Terrence just hit me with this during pre-production and I wasn't ready for it. I'm not going to lie. I love it though. And I want to get more time to talk about it because the guy who I think is the GOAT of wrestling also may make my list on the top 5 most hated wrestlers of all time. Is that possible? I used to think he was the GOAT. Now I don't so much think he's anything now, but a piece of what. And so he's probably going to make the list. And so I can't wait to talk about that. And I am talking about the Nature Boy. This is going to be a good list. I can't wait to hear what your list is. That's how you find us though at CODS 100. That's the Great Debate Show / King Sip Productions on Twitter. I'm Jarvis Jeffries on Facebook and King Sip Productions as well on Instagram. This is all we've got. Then it's been a great show, Terrence. Good stuff with the WWE. Not so much good stuff with AEW. Terrence, did you ever think you heard an episode where Terrence was more lenient on AEW than I was? He's trying. Yeah, I mean, Terrence, you're trying though. I got to give it to you. That's the wrestling fan in you. I've been on the record to say many times I'm not so much of a wrestling fan. I'm more of a, the sports entertainment that I see on wrestling shows. That's more of it from me. And WWE, they give me that. They're back to that again. And I like it. The bloodline is good. When they go away from that. Now, usually when they reel me back in, they kind of fall off. They'll do something and I'll be like, they messed it up. I'm gone. See you in 7 years or so. And, that's how it'll go for me. Yeah, like I didn't know the bloodline thing was this good. I missed out on this for most of its run. I caught the last year.
In fairness, I tried to tell you.
You did. And I was like, I wasn't entertained with some of the stuff. I'm going to be honest with you now. I'm going to be honest with you. I really think, and I hate to say this, I love what they're doing and the entrance and all of that. But after that, I really kind of was just like, all right, I'm done. I'm changing it. What has really kept me to watch the entire promo, the entire story, are they going to be on Raw tonight? Are they going to be on SmackDown tonight? I'm sorry, it's been Sami fucking Zayn. Sami.
He definitely pumped some life into their storyline because they could have ended at SummerSlam or, they could have ended somewhere prior to that. But he, as a matter of fact, right when he turned, like the point where he, in War Games, which was Survivor Series, where he had a chance to reunite with Kevin Owens and down the bloodline, then he proved his loyalty and low Kevin Owens and got them to win. That took the storyline to a whole nother level. But yes, he definitely pumped some oxygen into the storyline and made it exponentially better.
Yeah. Yep. And I love it. And I hate to see it end. It looks like it's coming to an end. Terrence thinks differently. And Cody could actually lose and get the belt later. Maybe he doesn't even take the belt off of Roman. Man, who knows? When they split it up, Cody may take the belt off of the other champion. I'm not sure what they're going to do. But what they should have done is what we were saying earlier, where they would have actually had 2 nights where Roman, if they wanted to really split that thing up. Night 1, I know they canceled The Rock versus Roman, but they could have still done something else. That could have been where they saved maybe Roman versus Sami Zayn, and then later on that night he goes against Cody, or it could have been Roman versus KO, maybe Kevin Owens, and then you do Cody the next night. I'm not sure if they really wanted to split it though, He should have beaten the first. He should have won the first night against Sammy or KO, and then you lose though in night 2, so that other belt's going to Cody. And now Cody's got his title on Raw. Roman, you keep your title here on SmackDown. We're all good now. But yeah, they unified them though, so I guess they got to kind of run with that for a little minute. I don't know how they're going to tear it up, but we'll see. It doesn't look like Cena's going to be at WrestleMania though, does it? Or did he say he's going to fight?
Yeah, he'll be there. He's got Austin Theory.
He is fighting Austin Theory. Okay. Gotcha. So he is fighting it. He is going to be there. Okay, good. Is he going to put Theory over? Right? He is going to put him over, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, that'll be crazy if he doesn't. We'll see. All right, that's pretty much it. It's almost approaching the 90-minute mark. It's been a good show, though. I think we pretty much covered everything under the sun in wrestling. Scorpio Sky, where are you? I just thought I would say that. I hadn't saw him in a very long time on AEW programming. These guys are getting paid pretty good money, man. I mean, hey, maybe I should figure out how to get in AEW to just get these. I don't know if they get paid by appearances or what. Some of them are just getting paid.
I don't think their contracts are guaranteed.
They're not guaranteed. Okay, well,
I don't think so.
Well, I can see why some people aren't happy.
They were.
Man, seriously, nobody will be complaining then. They just be, hey, this is good money. But CM Punk is getting paid to sit at home. He is.
He's on injury, so yeah.
Is he coming back before we wrap it up? Is he done? What are they going to do with him? He is coming back.
He'll be back.
Yeah,
they haven't announced his release by now. He'll be back.
Yeah. So he's really just healing up. I thought he was going to be good by September. Not September. It happened in September. I thought it was going to be good by March. February or early March. I thought he was going to be ready.
I think he'll be back in a few weeks.
Okay. And what do you think he's going to come back to go at? Who? Or nobody.
If he came out and helped MJF get a victory some kind of way, and they work a storyline with him, or I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that.
Okay. CM Punk, they really could use him though, but again, I just haven't known what to think about that, because if he's just not as good as he used to be, then not that he was ever great, but he was much better than what he was in AEW. He's got to come back better than that. If he does, I'm not really caring. We just got to come up with a way where we can protect him in the ring, save him, not show his flaws as much.
Springboards, you ain't 25 anymore, man. Let this springboard go.
That's right, man. Just give him the mic.
Everybody's got to change the style at some point.
That's right. Just give him the mic and just, hey, cover up whatever funk that is that he has in the ring with the in-ring skills and the wrestling these days.
He can use more strikes and, some low impact stuff, more submissions.
Yeah.
But yeah, we ain't got to see all the high impact stuff, man.
That's right. Tony, bring in somebody that knows how to coordinate these matches, man. You don't have to let them just do everything.
And Stone Cold didn't become Stone Cold really until he started becoming more of a brawler, and then that's the reason why he had to do that. But that was the Stone Cold. Most folks don't know the Stone Cold before that. The Steve Austin before that was just a technical wrestler.
Right.
They know the Stone Cold that came out and would fight. So if you know how to work, you know how to work. And those guys, get a little older now. You got to change the style, and you can still very much be effective with a changed style.
Yeah. Well, there's people like Jim Cornette, Vince Russo, Eric Bischoff that has wanted to give a helping hand or at least give Tony Khan some type of advice, and he doesn't want any of it at all. And now look at his company. It is looking like the Titanic right now, honestly.
Yeah. Well, if he can survive this, who knows?
Who knows? I think the bottom of the ship going to the bottom. That's what's going to happen.
If he doesn't survive this, he won't survive. So he won't have it.
That's right. I'll say this before we end the show. When CM Punk was in AEW drew anywhere between 900,000 to 1.2, 1.3 million views a week. That was the best AEW really ever saw. But it was definitely because of CM Punk. Now that he's gone, the elite that it seems like it looks like up until now still that this is who Tony Khan chose. The elite are bringing in a whopping 690,000 viewers per week. And when they hit 750, 800,000, that's like 1 million to them now. That's their best number. so far. That's what's been going on since CM Punk has been gone. You're you're so entertaining though, right, Elite? The Young Bucks, come on, man. Stop it. This is not who I would have went with. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn if you're EVPs or not. After what they did, nobody should be EVPs anymore. And I'm not saying that I agree with everything Punk said, excuse me, or how he done it. But my whole thing is, how he did it was a problem. And the MJF thing, Terrence, you sent me that when he mocked, when he was emulating everything, mocking Punk.
Yeah.
At the after the All Out thing. Yeah. I'm so fed up with MJF. I did not watch that in its entirety. I just recently saw that a few days ago, the whole thing. I cut it off immediately when he was just cursing people out. I'm like, man, I'm sick of watching this stuff. And I think I text you like I'm done with him, but I didn't see the whole thing. So I got what they were doing. Clearly he is coming back then, I guess. Or maybe he just still making fun of him because Omega, I thought he was coming back out to Omega, or somebody did when they bit the guy's arm, they was mocking his guy, whatever his name, Ace Steel or whatever. They were when they were mocking that. I'm like, okay, so Punk's coming back, right? Or Punk is gone for good? Why did they do that? So it told me Punk is gone. He's not coming back. They're mocking him. Maybe that's what MJF was doing too. He may not be coming back. He might have just been mocking him, but I thought it was funny. It was very clever of MJF. But as far as that goes, other than that, man, I'm just like so done with what else do you have? MJF, I'm kind of sick of that whole shtick that he's got going on right now. And he's just not as entertaining as to see. And we're starting to see more of him now every week. I know he's the champion, and I know they don't want to just move him to the back as a champion, but I don't know. Hopefully they do good with this 4-pillar thing. And I'll maybe be more entertained.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, hey, we'll see. The women's need tag team champions in AEW. And who's the tag team champions right now as far as the men go? Oh, yeah, the Guns, the Young Guns. We don't even really see them. We don't believe they're champions. I know that, what's their name? The Scissor Me Daddy guys. The Acclaimed are over. But I just didn't understand what they did and why they took that away from them and then give it back to them at Revolution. I don't know what they're doing here. I'm just confused as ever.
I thought for sure they were going to win them right back at Revolution. But...
And why do you let these guys enjoy their title reign without their father? Like, I thought maybe when they won them, it was because the dad was going to have something to do with it.
He was turned and right.
They just screwed all of that up because they couldn't do that this time because the reason why they couldn't do it because remember he already turned on his boys and then swerved everybody and then he had their back, but then he went back to them when they kind of shitted on him. They're just all over the place, and we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. WWE is killing it right now. They won in 2022. They're winning so far in 2023. I'm not saying that I'm against everything that they do at AEW, but for the most part, yeah, I'm not looking forward to Wednesday's show. I couldn't even tell you what's happening this Wednesday. But it's nothing that I'm looking forward to. Just another match with no build. And I'm looking at it like, why are these two wrestling? Why is Ray Phoenix in a match against Hobbs on Rampage for the TNT Championship? Because he's the only one that'll put Hobbs over? Why is he in a singles match?
Because you know he's not going to win.
You know he's not going to win.
You know he's not going to win.
Why is he in a match with Hobbs? That's not even believable for me at all. Come on, man. Stop this. I've won every title with AEW, and now I want the TNT title. I ain't never had a singles title. Oh, that's all you got? That's supposed to make me believe you're going to win. Man, stop it. Get out of here. Too many matches for nothing. Rampage is nothing but dark. Send it to YouTube as well. I'm out of here. This is the Great Debate Show. Nick Ely will be back, and we're going to talk about some football, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets and the Packers. Are they ever going to make that official? Why has no one made an offer for Lamar Jackson? I know Terrence Smith is hoping and praying to God that nobody does it, and he's happy right now that they're not. But one thing Terrence is still biting his nails for is that Lamar hadn't signed that tag yet. We got so much to talk about on the next episode of the Great Debate Show. We're coming back at you with a new one tomorrow. So stay tuned. More content coming at you, the Great Debate Show. Terrence, you got anything, man, before we leave?
Hey, no, that's it, man. I'm looking forward to that free agency episode tomorrow because a lot of Eagles have gotten out of the door. So we'll see what Brother Nick has to say about that.
I'm sure he's not very happy of the what's the initials again? C. Is it CD?
CJ
Gardner. Yeah, CJG. He's not very happy about that at all. Them losing Gardner Johnson, and Gardner Johnson is going to
the Lions. Watch out for the Lions next year.
The Lions, man, or Detroit. I can remember talking about Stafford and Goff all through the season, and everybody just kept on just man, be quiet, Jay. What are you talking about? Jared Goff and the Lions went in a Lambeau Field and won, and kept Aaron Rodgers, the guy who's getting all the headlines right now in free agency. Who knows why? Because he couldn't even beat the Detroit Lions at home to get into the postseason. The Lions are back. I will be high on them. Aaron Rodgers is probably going to be out of the NFC North. Kirk Cousins sounds like he's on his way out of the NFC North. We can't wait to talk about Lamar Jackson possibly being a Viking. Man, sky's the limit for the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell and company, man. I'm happy for them, and I hope good things happen. We'll see. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about that and more. This is where Ramsey was rumored to get traded to before he ended up going. Where did Ramsey go to? To the Dolphins. But it was rumors that he was going to the Lions. So they didn't get that, but they still got the draft, and that offense can move the ball. They just need to get better on defense. If they do that through the draft and maybe sign somebody else, the Detroit Lions, man, watch out. I mean, they're looking
like they're ready to real deal make a run.
They'll put up 30 on you. We know they can do that. It's just, are they gonna
give up 31?
If they don't give up 31, that's the thing. What can they do to knock that down at least to 29? We'll see. Nick will be back in here. Terrence will be back in here. I'll be back. So we'll catch you again tomorrow, man. Y'all be safe out there.
Hey, peace out, guys.
Great debate show. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with all the NFL news, all the NCAA March Madness. We will give you our preview for this coming week, Sweet 16, all the teams that are out and why. All that and more. Great debate show.